Hello friends and welcome back to another plan with me. This is going to be for the week of March 23rd to the 29th of 2026. I used the Yabba Dabba Do kit from Planner Pixie Co. This is the printable version, so any errors or anything that you see is on me. I did pull in some underlays from Scribble Prints Co. These are in black something. I think they're in like the black hollow squares or whatever it was. And then eventually you will see I did make my own bottom washi overlay. So the left side says Yabba Dabba Do and the right side says Meet the Flintstones. This week, I'm trying to think of what happened this week. Oh, this was spring break week. Also, I realized I am accidentally filming or recording these voiceovers out of order. So I have no idea what I talked about in like the last 2 or 3 Plan With Me's. That's my fault. So yeah, this week was spring break week. We were wrapping up spring break. I finally got a haircut. I bought my record player. Let's see what else happened. Oh, Saturday was pretty exciting. My friend and I went to a No Kings rally. You'll see when we get to that day by day portion, I did not put a sticker there. Hi, Charlie. Charlie's up here with me. She's being needy right now. I'm not sure what's wrong with her. But I did not put a sticker on the No Kings rally because I did buy a file. I just need to print and cut the stickers, which I probably need to do that today because I told my friend I would make him some of those, and I'm going to his house today, so I need to get that done, but that's okay. Other things that happened Thursday, I went to my sister's apartment to just hang out with her dog. I ended up buying Scythe, which is a board game by Stonemaier Games. It's normally sold for like $80, the base game, and I ended up buying it for $35, and I opened it up and it had an expansion in it and the minis were painted. I was ecstatic. Ecstatic. That's the word there. I'm trying to think of what else happened this week. I haven't done a voiceover in so long. I think honestly, all told, it'll only be about a week. Or no, I guess it really depends on if I can get back and edit the videos that are actually the video that's actually supposed to be up. Last week in real time, I did not post a video. I just did not have. I didn't have anything filmed. Because I had been waiting on underlays, and it was my fault. I ordered the underlays too late, and then they took an eternity and a half to arrive. So that, like I said, that's my fault. So I'm not shitting on the shop. I was just like, I was getting really frustrated because I'm like, I need to film so I can upload. But it's okay because, like I said, it's my fault. So yeah, this week, let's see here. Monday, my mom and I went to Sam's Club. We were supposed to meet my sister for lunch, but she ended up canceling on us. So my mom and I just went out for lunch, and then we ended up getting Dunkin', and my sister was called and she was like, hey, why don't you guys come over? I need to give you something anyway. So we ended up going over to her house anyway, which is fine. But yeah, it was just kind of like, oh, okay. So, and then I did get a Happy Mail from Torrid on this day. I had ordered like 4 new bras. They had them on sale, and I just needed new bras. I got to go through and get rid of all of the bras that don't work right now, but we'll get there eventually. And then on this day, we did get an email from Jason, who is the volunteer coordinator for the group that I volunteer with during Gen Con. So he was like, hey, trying to get count for who's all coming to Gen Con this year. And of course, I was just like, yep, I am. Tuesday, coffee and YouTube. went to Walmart for some reason. Oh, I think I went to Walmart to get something, and then this is when I ended up buying my record player. And then, because I put in an Amazon order after Walmart, and like I said, pretty sure this was the day I went to Walmart, because I was like, I'm just going to buy my record player, and then they didn't have the one that I wanted, so I ended up getting off of Amazon, because they had it, and it was, honestly, I think it was cheaper than the one they had at Walmart. Anyway, I finally scheduled myself a haircut. I was so excited. And then I did get a delivery from Clean Simple Eats. I got, what is it? They're like I got the variety pack. And I honestly was not a huge fan of like 90% of them. I've still got one left, the vanilla. I've got the plain vanilla left. Not a huge fan. Got in a package from Old Navy. Did some journaling and did some laundry. Cooked and did the dishes. I don't remember what I cooked. I think I was home alone this evening. And then I did finish The Cabin at the End of the World. This was a physical book, but I just wasn't, and this happens all the time. I just don't find myself reaching for my physical books. And so I ended up borrowing it on audiobook because I love listening to audiobooks. I can just do other things. So this is not for me to, these are not the books that I want to pay attention to and stuff like that. These are just the books that it's like, well, I want to listen to it. I want to read it, but like, I'm not going to be super involved in the message or whatever. And on Wednesday, I had my first Proffee. I think I tried the strawberry cheesecake flavor first, and that one was awful. It was not good. I started reading Lucky You. This was another physical book that I ended up switching to audiobook for. Went to Walmart again. I was super annoyed on this day, and then I went out to my friend's house. I was talking to him, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to Fort Wayne tomorrow to watch my sister's dog. I think I'm going to go to Half Price. And he was like, oh, well, I have some stuff. If you would be so kind to take it with you, you can sell it and then just give me some of the money. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. So I went out to his house and played with the dog and picked up his stuff that he was going to sell. Thursday morning, got up nice and early and went to my sister's apartment. I did end up taking her dog with me to Dunkin'. We tried out the new Dunkin' in Fort Wayne that they just put in. It was pretty good. It was kind of like, I got up to the window and she was like, what was the name on the order? And I'm like, how many times do I have to tell you? And then they didn't even have it ready, but it was good. So there you go. Had a YouTube binge, and then I did some reading while I was up there. Went to Half Price, and oh my gosh, it was crazy, you guys. I waited 2 hours. I waited almost 2 hours. Now, mind you, I did have several board games, and when you buy or when you sell board games at Half Price, they have to go through and check and make sure all the pieces are there. So 2 hours. And my friend had a bunch of comics too, and I think that really contributed to the chaos as well. But oh my gosh, it was insane. Let's see here. So after I got done, my original plan was to go and get sushi, but it was just way late and I didn't want to wait. So I just went and got Panda Express because it's basically on the way home to her apartment. Spent some more time with her dog, and then I started reading the book club for Troublesome Women. And then I had originally not grabbed Scythe, and I was just like, you know what? I need this book, or need this game. So I went back and got it. I'm like, you can't beat $40 for this game. Like, I don't know who put this price on this game, but I was just like, are you nuts? Anything else, any other games, they really, like, they charge quite a price. And this one, for some reason, I was just like, there's one piece. I went through and counted everything. There's one piece missing. And I'm like, if you seriously knocked off basically half the price for one piece, you're insane. Anyways, Friday was more Proffee and YouTube, and then this was the day my record player got delivered. My niece was fascinated with the sucker, so we played some records. My stepdad had a bunch from when he was a kid, and then I did have my haircut on this day. Like I said, my stepdad did have a bunch of records, so we went through those, and then I finished reading/listening to Lucky You, and I put in another Amazon order, and I don't remember what I got. On Saturday, I was up super early. We went to the No Kings rally in Muncie, and then my friend was like, hey, they're doing a drawing that I had put in money for. do you want to go have a drink and we can wait for that? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So we did that and then got a little tipsy because I hadn't eaten anything. So we went back to his house and I just played with Freya and we watched Ted Lasso. And then I went home and I was just super in my feelings and I don't remember why. I think things were just kind of tense at the house because my niece was here and yeah, I don't know. So I was just like, I remember telling him I should have just stayed at his house and watched Ted Lasso with him, but it is what it is. Sunday, more proffy. Did some cleaning. I was super annoyed again on this day. I think it was just my niece being a butthole again. And then had some planning time. I think I was finally catching up on some planning spreads and things like that. Got in an Amazon order, whatever I had ordered. And then I did, this I changed the last two things on this day. Or, no, I didn't change it. I pulled the wrong stickers for some reason. So, yeah, had an Amazon delivery and then I just paid some bills. And that is the finished spread. Thank you all so very much for watching a subpar Vivwiggle because the black foil just doesn't pick up well on camera. Everything I had left in the kit. Thank you all so very much for watching and until I see you next time, bye-bye.